Hello everyone, my name is AZZATRU, how are you, and welcome to another Star Wars Battlefront 2 video of mine. And in this video I'm going to be ranking all 30 of the purchasable hero skins that are in the game. This doesn't include the default appearances, it just includes all of the ones you can purchase with credits or crystals, or have been made available in other ways such as crates in the past. The last time I did a hero skins ranking video was back in like December last year, so since then we've had skins for Count Dooku, Anakin and Princess Leia added, and I thought I'd do an updated version. Let's get on with the first skin in 30th position. It was just a meme back in the day, but the Wounded Chewie skin should not have released with the first batch of skins. All it does is add this bandage. I know it's 5,000 credits, so it's super cheap, but come on, we should have had something a lot more substantial than a Chewbacca skin. During the passing of Peter Mayhew, a lot of people, including myself, found out that the last ever scene he filmed as Chewbacca was the scene in Force Awakens where he has the bandage on, and because of this many people bought this skin. Even the developers at DICE put this skin as the main hero and skin that you see every time you log into Battlefront 2 during and around the time of his passing, and I just thought that was a really nice touch. So the next skin in 29th position is the Commander skin, and although I really like this skin and haven't used the Special Forces default appearance since launch, it's just annoying that the game launched with Ida not really wearing her helmet much, and her portrait is literally her without a helmet, but for several months you couldn't use her without a helmet off. It removes the chest plate thing as well. But there is so many other skins that change a lot more for 20,000 credits, and this should have been like this at launch. Next up, I've got the Vandal Heist skin. It only adds a different bandolier and the goggles. Nothing special. For 40,000 credits, it's kind of costly. I've not purchased it yet because I just have no need to. But I know some people find it cool. I mean, it looks cool, but it's also quite expensive for 40,000 credits, you know. It adds new stuff, but I don't know, I just wouldn't want to pay 40,000 credits for it. Next up, I've got the Smuggler skin for Han Solo. This is free via the arcade challenge. I finally unlocked it after like over a year of having this game. I actually went through all of the arcade challenges and did it because, well, beforehand I couldn't be bothered. I don't really like arcade. I don't like playing against bots. I would just want this beard removed. Please remove the beard, DICE. Just give me this skin. We all want this skin without the beard. That's why it's so low down on the list, because you have to play arcade and it has this beard from the campaign. Next up, I've got the Administrator skin for Lando, which was in the previous game, so that's why I've not bothered paying for it. Again, I just have no interest in doing that. It looks completely different to the general skin that is in the default appearance for Lando. Another skin that was in the last game as the default appearance was the Half Leia skin. As much as it looks fantastic, it does cost 20,000 credits unless you did those challenges at the start of last year and got it for free like myself. So as much as I don't dislike the skin, it's just the fact that it cost 20,000 credits and it was in the previous game. And same again goes for Han Solo's half appearance, which of course was part of the challenges as well, also in the previous game, but it wasn't a default skin, but it was given away for free. And again, the Hoth skin, the third for the trio for Luke Skywalker. This was in the previous game, cost 20,000 credits, or if you got it in the challenge, I'm not complaining, we got it for free. But for those of you that are new around here, you won't have this. You will have to purchase it. Listen, people are going to laugh at this, but the hooded skin I actually like. It looks stupid, but it's funny. It's from the 2003 Clone Wars TV show. Yoda's ears stick out of the hood with some holes. Again, it's 20,000 credits. That's quite a bit, I guess, for a simple hood edition. I rock this all the time. It's just awesome, in my opinion. And in the next position, which is 21st position, I have the Endor Leia skin, which again is not a bad skin. It looks fantastic. It was in the last game for free and it's 40,000 credits. So if you are new around here, you won't have this skin because they actually gave this away for free a few weeks after it was made purchasable for 40,000 credits as like a May the 4th challenge, I believe it was last year. So I felt bad for those that just spent 40,000 credits like to a day prior to the challenge going live, and then DICE literally gave it away for free for all the people that played last May, I think it was. So it's expensive, but it does change the skin completely, so I can understand why it's 40,000 credits. And next up, I've got the Scarred appearance for Kylo, which is the only one that actually includes this black scar tape down his face. And I haven't purchased it yet. I just have no intention to do so, purely because I have the unmasked appearance. It's different, completely different to the basic appearance. You know, it's not using the same clothes because it's the Last Jedi version. And 40,000 credits, pretty reasonable for it, especially with the changes to the face. And next up, I do have the unmasked skin for Kylo. This was the pre-order bonus or the Deluxe Trooper Edition bonus. Basically, this is not going to be released ever to anyone that didn't pre-order or get the Elite Trooper Edition because of legal reasons. They've already told us that they wanted to do it. They wanted to give this away as a purchasable option, but it's not possible anymore. Unless you buy a code from like a code retailer or eBay, you won't be able to get this skin. It's the Last Jedi appearance, so it is completely different, although I prefer the helmet on. They definitely used Adam Driver's face for this because it's incredible how they managed to achieve so much detail. And even the hair is fantastic. It's so realistic. Next up, I've got a couple of skins for Lando. We have the Reconnaisseur skin, which is 80,000 credits or 2,000 crystals. It looks great, but it was only in the last, like, 2 minutes of Solo, a Star Wars story. So, look, it's fantastic. But the voice acting is just not quite Donald Glover at all. It's really off, which is such a shame because the reason why it's got this huge price tag is because of the voice acting. But I haven't purchased it because, well, it's a lot of credits, a lot of crystals, and I'm happy by not getting it because I did get the Professional Sportsman skin, which in my opinion looks nice. You see it for the majority of Solo, a Star Wars story. It looks great. Lando is going to be wearing something very similar to this in the last film of the Skywalker saga. He's just going to be old, so I really hope they do an old version of Lando because that would be pretty epic to get this and then an old Lando head. But yeah, 80,000 credits is a lot. The voice isn't great, but it looks fantastic. The artists who do these skins are really amazing. Alright, so next up, we've got a skin for Anakin Skywalker. It's the first one that released for Anakin, and this is the Jedi Robes appearance, which did cost 40,000 credits, which is a lot for a robe that goes over and covers his default appearance. I made this case about Obi-Wan's Jedi Robes last time. It's a lot of money for something that adds not a lot compared to, say, Kylo Ren's 40,000 credit appearance or Dooku's appearances. But nevertheless, it's fine. It looks great. I loved it the way it looked in Revenge of the Sith, but it is expensive. And then next up, I do have Obi-Wan's Jedi Robes, which the reason why it's above Anakin's is that I prefer it looking on Obi-Wan's. I prefer this light brown, and Obi-Wan tends to wear it a little bit more in Revenge of the Sith, I think, and it just gets more screen time, looks great. I've always enjoyed how Obi-Wan looks wearing it. I don't know why, it just looks really awesome. Jedi robes in the prequel era are just really nice. Now, this skin might be a bit controversial in terms of placing for some people, but I actually really like this skin. This is the Endor hand skin, and, some people are going to say, look, it's too plain, it's pretty bad, we got it in the first batch, and it's not worth 40,000 credits. But I really liked it. I was so shocked they did this, and I thought, when I first saw it, I was like, that's awesome. It looks great. It's so... They did this, and I thought, when I first saw it, I was like, that's awesome. It looks great. It's so... In 13th place, I've got the Battle Damage General Grievous skin. For 20,000 credits, this is pretty cheap, really, because it does include quite a bit of battle damage here and there. Not as much as the other one we'll see a little bit later on, but, it's pretty simple for 20,000 credits. You could make the argument it could be worth, say, 5,000. Compared to the standard one, the shading is quite a little bit different, and it looks a lot more menacing in my opinion because of the eye scorch marks here and there, but I really like this. I thought it was pretty nice at 20,000 credits, pretty reasonable to be honest. And then next up, I've got the Dark Ritual appearance for Count Dooku, which was the first one they released for Count Dooku at release in January. It's cool, it's very unique. I don't think anyone expected this one. As you can see, we've got these really detailed metal plates and buttons, which are very, very awesome. And, for 40,000 credits, it completely changes his appearance. It doesn't keep any of the same assets at all. It not only just removes the cape and whatnot, it completely changes all of his outfits. But this was only in a small segment of the Clone Wars TV show. I mean, Dooku doesn't have many appearances. This is pretty much all he has, except for a headless appearance, which, of course, they're not going to be doing. But even though it was only in a small part of the episode, it was a very good episode, very interesting part of the Clone Wars TV show, and for 40,000 credits, it's definitely worth it. And then on to the next skin, which I do prefer, just because it kind of looks a lot nice. I don't know, I guess it's because it looks softer, you know, it's pajamas. This is the exquisite pajamas skin for Count Dooku, and this is part of the Clone Wars series as well, and it just looks awesome. Like, it's funny, you know, to have some completely different skins, 3 completely different skins for this hero is really awesome. Definitely worth the 40,000 credits because, well, it completely changes the appearance again, and even includes some slippers as well, which is very nice. Like, look at the difference in between the Dark Ritual and the Exquisite and the Sith Lord appearance. So for number 9, I'm going with the Beckett's Crew appearance, which is a legendary skin for Han Solo. This makes Han look younger. This is based on Alden, the actor who plays Han in Solo, A Star Wars Story. And for 80,000 credits, the voice isn't that bad. It's definitely a better voice actor and more closer to Alden's voice as opposed to the voice acting that we got for Lando's skins for Solo, Star Wars Story. But it's very accurate. There is no argument here. I love this jacket, by the way. One of my favourite Han Solo looks, and those trousers are really awesome. And, you know, for 80,000 credits, I use this all the time. This is like my go-to Han Solo skin because not only does it change the voice and it's not too bad, but it looks completely different to any of the other skins. And yeah, I really do like it, especially this jacket, like I said. But one skin that I haven't purchased that I probably should, but it's just so expensive, is the Corellia Escape skin. At 80,000 credits, you get that custom voice, but again, I really like this jacket as well. Not so much as the one I've just showed you, but it's completely different to the Beckett's Crew one, where Lando's Reconnaissance is very similar to his sportsman outfits. The Corellia Escape one uses a lot of different assets. You have all these kind of tools and keys and all things around his belt. He has completely different gloves, which are so accurate to the film. Like, the fact they managed to do this so accurately is amazing. Got bruises and cuts around his eye here, which is accurate to the film. It's definitely worth the money because of what it changes and how cool it looks. And then we have the first ever legendary skin, which is the Boosh skin for Leia. And this was a surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. We did not expect this except for the leak. I mean, we wanted this in the last Battlefront game, but it's really, really cool. It completely changes her outfit. Completely changes the voice line. It's all of that, like, scrambled voice line, whatever's in the helmet, whatever you want to call it, and all of the emotes and whatnot. You can't understand, but they are there. First legendary skin, I'd love to see more that are very unique like this. Next up, I've got my first race skin on the board for this video, and this is the AZZATRU outfit. And this is awesome. 40,000 credits, completely changes everything about Rey's appearance from Scavenger to AZZATRU, except for like her shoes basically, but everything else is the same, and her, I mean, her hair is the same, but come on, we know it doesn't change until later on in The Last Jedi. Trouser there, but there you go. But yes, this is pretty good for 40,000 credits, and I really do like it. And then we have her next appearance, which is the Jedi Training appearance, which is epic, but is part of the pre-order bonuses and Elite Troop Edition, so you can't purchase this. And because of legal reasons, as I've mentioned, you won't be able to get this unless you buy a code from a third-party retailer or find the Elite Troop Edition somewhere. We get a brand new hairstyle, and pretty much everything is different. Even her boots are different. It's another great skin, looks fantastic, and one of my favourite designs, one of my favourite Jedi designs too. Another Jedi design that I really like, and the most recent addition to Battlefront 2 in terms of hero skins, is the General Skywalker skin. And this, my friends, is epic. Completely changes the look of Anakin except for his head. It really, really is awesome. It looks beautiful. It's from the Clone Wars TV show. This chest plate here and the shoulder pads are great, fantastic. And seeing Hayden wear this, a face based off Hayden, just looks fantastic. And well worth 40,000 credits. You know, compared to the Jedi robes appearance, would you rather have this and that, or would you rather have this and that? I know which I'd have. It's definitely this one. The colour scheme is also very nice. And General Kenobi, hello there. This is one of my favourite skins. This is the third best skin in the game, in my opinion. I use this all the time. I didn't think I would, but it's just so awesome. Clone armor on Obi-Wan, you cannot get better than that, that's for sure. You know, I prefer this over Anakin's purely because of the colour scheme. I just really like the white colour scheme. It actually includes completely different compartments and stuff, like on his belt, for example. If you look at the Jedi Master skin, it does change. The things are slightly different. There's a slight attention to detail that you really have to appreciate. It's clear there, the colours are different and some of the compartments do vary, but for 40,000 credits, it's a great buy. And the Princess skin takes the runner-up position for this video. This is a skin we've waited since 2016, actually no, 2015 to get, but we should have got this in 2016 as well from the previous game. But this is just one of the most iconic skins, one of the most iconic looks ever for Star Wars, and it's just absolutely fantastic. DICE did an incredible job with the cloth work on this skin. It's fantastic, and it was part of the May the 4th challenge, so you can't purchase it if you did miss the May the 4th challenge. It's locked now, and I assume there's going to be a way to purchase it in the future, maybe, because I can't see them not doing it again next year. Like, there'll be so many new players that want this. I can't see them not doing it again next year. Like, there'll be so many new players that want this, or maybe they do it later this year. I don't know, but I really hope more people get a chance to get it, or they make it available to be purchased for 40,000 credits, because it's definitely worth 40,000 credits compared to some of the others. I mean, it just is. And last but certainly not least is the very first special visual effects legendary skin, the Shattered Armor skin for General Grievous. And some people will call me out and say this is a really bad choice for your top one. This is really a controversial decision. It's not worth 80,000 credits. There's no special voice lines, but it's worth way more than 40,000 credits, that's for sure. And there is no tier between 40 and 80, so it's got to go 80. The difference to the character model is massive, just like the other skins that are 80,000 credits, you know? Here, you can clearly see it's missing so much. Just the actual mold of the legs are completely different. Like, look at that. It's not just painted different, it's completely bent and burned. And you have this special visual effect of the smoke. You also have the embers that burn continuously using this skin, which looks absolutely fantastic on so many maps. You also have the body bag in the insides of Grievous completely burned, and I'm sure that hurts him dearly. But, you know, something people really love is this cloth work, and it really is. It doesn't really clip whatsoever. It flows in the wind when you're running as General Grievous, and the detail on it to get specific strands to be burning and flow so well. I know it's not the full cape version people want, but you're not going to get it because of clipping reasons and animation reasons. They're never going to do it. It's impossible to do. You know, you even get to see part of Grievous's head, which is just pretty awesome, and it's just something we haven't... This is actually like the first non-canon skin that's in the game. It's brand new, specific for this game. DICE made it for this game, so it may pop up in the future, but Lucasfilm allowed them to create this just for this game, which is really, really awesome. But, you know, gotta admire the amazing cloth work and visual effects. So there you have it. That's my hero skins ranked video from 30 down to 1. This is definitely my favourite, and I really hope we get more skins in the near future, especially for heroes like Luke and Darth Maul. They really deserve new skins. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to drop a like if you did enjoy it. Comment below your thoughts on everything I've discussed in this video, and use the poll in the top right hand corner of the screen to see if I was right or wrong. Let me know using the poll, and subscribe if you're not around here. Check out any of the 2 previous videos on the screen if you did miss them, and I shall see you all in my next Star Wars Battlefront 2 video. Goodbye.